come back. Sometime I'm on a rap like that. Sometime you get a hop at my back. Sometime I'm going over here. Sometime. And my honey come back. Sometime I'm on a rap like that. Sometime you get a hop at my back. Sometime I'm going over here. Sometime. And my honey come back. Sometime I'm on a rap like that. Sometime you get a hop at my back. Sometime I'm going over here. Sometime. And my honey come back. Sometime I'm 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 way down low. And my honey come back. 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 Way down low. Sometime. And my honey come back. Sometime I'm on a
Hello, hello, hello. It's R&B Radio Show. How's it doing?
How's it doing?
It's October 9th, 2017, and you're listening to R&B Radio Show. I'm Marina Ezra. That over there is Bina Ezra.
Yo.
And we're the twinsies. I don't
We
like
never
I don't
call
like the word
ourselves
twinsies.
that.
Yeah, I
That
don't
was
scratch that. Rewind.
okay.
That's what Willy Wonka says, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so anyway, we got a great show for you guys today. A lot of hot topics in the news, a lot of juicy stuff, some spicy music.
We got some Harvey Weinstein
Yeah,
stuff
if
coming up later.
Weinstein and hurricane and other mean anything to you, those
Stay
three
tuned.
words, stay tuned. So we had a splendid weekend, I think. You don't agree, Vina? You don't think it was a
What did we
relaxing
do-
weekend?
what we
Well,
do
I
this weekend?
studied, so that part wasn't as
I
splendid.
tried to
We watched some
study.
shows with Mom, which is always great.
Shows are good.
You tried to study.
I really did.
So it was
so
unsuccessful
hard.
studying. For
Send
you.
help, people. Senioritis, it's a real thing.
It's really hitting us bad this semester, I must say.
I'm gonna open up like a GoFundMe or something. It's just, it's too much. Yeah, it really does. It just hits you, and you're not even expecting it. And you could just be a junior and really like need to like swim to stay alive, and then all of a sudden, you become a senior. But anyway, we've got some really cool things to talk about today, so stay tuned for that, and some really cool music. We don't really have a theme today. Just
We don't.
Kinda,
We don't. I'm hoping to find out or discover an intricate, make up some cool theme we've never done before for next Monday.
but next Monday or the week after, we might have a special guest.
Yes, that is true.
So
That's
we
true.
won't tell you who this person is, where this person's from, or how we found this person.
How the person's made, what the person's interests are,
But
what their disinterests are.
this
We're not going to tell you any of
person
that.
is going to be a new person who's coming on our show.
She's a new
and
person?
Way to give the gender.
Wow.
I've been so
You said she
careful.
already. Now they know.
I never
they know
said
one
she.
thing.
You said she.
Oh, I said she?
Yes.
Darn
I've
you.
been careful saying this person so I wouldn't even know if it was a boy or girl.
I don't know.
just gave it
Articles
away.
just come too easy to me.
We are hoping to fire Rena within the next couple weeks.
You're just going to have and B radio show.
Yes. That's what we're going to name it.
And B. All right. So take a listen to this awesome track. Bina's been obsessed with it lately. Imagine Dragons. It is
Obsessed.
Thunder. Obsessed.
This
she just
tune.
she loves
Oh
it.
my god.
She just loves it. We'll be back.
I was dreaming of bigger things and wanna leave my old life behind. Not a yes sir, not a follower. Fit the box, fit the mold, have a seat in the foyer. Take a number. I was lightning before the thunder.
Thunder, 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 thunder,
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, thunder. Kids were laughing in my classes while I was scheming for the masses. Who do you think you are? Dreaming about being a big star. They say you're basic, they say you're easy. You're always riding in the backseat. Now I'm smiling from the stage while you were clapping in the nosebleeds.
thunder, 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 thunder,
lightning and the thunder. Feel the thunder. 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 Lightning and the
I'm tired of seeing pretty people everywhere. I am not a model, middle fingers in the air. I used to drink whiskey, now I'm stuck with Perrier. I'm an alcoholic, middle fingers in the air. To share, hate your loser lyrics, middle fingers in the air. I'm a starving artist, nowhere close to millionaire. I prefer my Kia, middle fingers in the air.
gravity centered. Touch my neck and I'll touch yours. You and those little high-waisted shorts. Oh, she knows what I think about and what I think about. One love, two mouths. One love, one house. No shirt, no blouse, just us. You find out nothing that we don't wanna tell you about. No, 'cause it's too cold for you here and now. So let me hold both your hands in the holes of my sweater. May just take your breath away. I don't mind if there's not much to say. Sometimes the silence guides our minds to move to a place so far away. The goosebumps start to raise the minute that my left hand meets your waist. And then I watch your face, put my finger on your tongue 'cause you love the taste, yeah. These hearts adore everyone the other beats hard is for. Inside this place is warm, outside is ice to pour. Coming down, one love, two mouths. One love, one house. No shirt, no blouse, just us. You find out nothing that we don't wanna tell you about. No, 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 'cause it's too cold for you here and now. So let me hold both your hands in the holes of my sweater. For you here and now. So let me hold both your hands in the holes of my sweater.
Is it sweater weather?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We wish it
was
was.
raining today,
I know.
and it
no,
was
but it's
a
like
little
80
bit.
something, right? It's supposed to be
80
high
something.
70s even tomorrow. We're not even done.
Darn it!
My
It's
gosh.
not October.
I saw
weather.
something on the internet with this cute little kid. It was like a little meme or a gif, and she's like throwing a tantrum on the floor with a whole bunch of leaves, and it's like when you want to whip out your fall sweaters, but it's still like 80 degrees outside.
Yeah,
people
it's
just are ready. They're
crazy.
ready for those pumpkin spice lattes and
I know you are.
sweaters
But what
and
am I? Okay.
leaves.
Yeah, our national holidays for today, as you all know, like our younger brother, is off today because they're celebrating Columbus Day. Well, I wouldn't really put celebrating. I mean, no one's throwing a Columbus Day party. But it's Columbus Day.
Maybe some people are around the world.
Maybe, you know what? If you are, speak up.
Look like that.
I mean, people will look down on you because of what we've recently found out about Columbus Day. Oh, and also, if you were curious about the song before that one, before Sweater Weather, it was Missio with their song Middle Fingers.
Another
I don't know. It's a
great
recent,
song.
indie pop song that I really do enjoy. It's
ju-
the
it's just
Impressed Bina
upbeat,
show.
Yeah.
All her favorite songs.
The first one
all
was
her-
great. Just when I first heard that on the radio, I was like, just get
Feeling those
into it.
vibes. Just
Feel
get-
it.
Okay, little inappropriate.
That's
I
not
think what you
appropriate
I
at
did-
all.
I took it the wrong way.
You always take things the wrong way.
So
which
it's
is
Columbus
why we're
Day.
thinking of firing you.
Who's we? I'm not in on this
That's
vote.
classified information.
All right, by the time the semester
what the
ends,
producers and I speak about behind the show
by the
is
time the semester ends, you let me know if I'm coming back on our
Okay,
radio show,
I
okay?
will, yeah.
Audience, people who are listening in, our fans, Mom, please argue on my behalf.
Don't run to her. Okay, Dad's your favorite.
Alright.
Or your dad's
He doesn't
favorite.
listen to the show that often.
Yeah, well,
Darn it.
shows how much
He's
of
too
a
busy,
favorite you
man.
are.
He's too busy. Okay. It's also Curious Events Day, Fire Prevention Day, which we will talk about the fire in California in just a little bit. One
Breaks my
devastating news after the other, honestly.
Man.
Moldy Cheese Day.
Oh, why is that a day?
I
Are
don't
these
know.
even real?
I don't know, but it intrigues me, I must say.
Good.
I must say.
Oh,
So,
man.
anyway, yeah, Weinstein, that's the big one all over the internet. Where they had recently on Yahoo Meryl Streep speaking out against Harvey Weinstein, Academy Award winner, now all of a sudden calling it, alleged for sexual harassment. It's disgraceful and inexcusable. Harvey Weinstein was fired from the Weinstein Company by his brother Robert Weinstein, and three other gentlemen who were in the company. And Meryl Streep finally releases a statement coming out on top saying, she called the women who have spoken out against him as heroes. What he did was disgraceful, yada, yada, yada. However, her and a few other actors, people in the industry, were not aware of this conduct, his conduct.
Or so they say.
Or so they say. They want us to believe what they want us to believe.
I just find it hard to believe that actors such as Meryl Streep had no idea.
I mean,
or
like
would
I
never
told you,
come on
maybe
the-
Weinstein maybe never went on to her because he didn't
yeah.
think she was that attractive.
Yeah, what a valid point.
She's all-
she's one of the top paid actresses. Like he would make a move on. It shouldn't matter. Oh, she's not very like.
Well,
Okay,
it's
I'm
just-
trying to find the
it's-
list of the number.
It
Not the
didn't
number.
happen
The list.
in their work professional relationship. So she said, and they had that whole thing with Matt Damon and Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Calling them liars and this and that. Like they didn't call them liars. What was the quote? They were like profiting off of what Weinstein was doing basically and being accused of trying to cover up this story. And it's like, oh man.
Well, a lot of
Bourne,
these,
like Jason Bourne. Like, come on, Matt Damon. I don't want you to
a lot
be
of
in that
these
light.
actresses were paid off so they'd be quiet.
Oh yeah,
and
for
that's-
sure.
That's
For
the
sure.
problem. And actually, if we I don't know if you're done, but I wanted to back up.
Oh
a
yeah,
little
no, go
bit
ahead,
for-
go ahead.
Yeah, this all started, or the one of the first articles started with Rose McGowan, who I guess most of us will know her from Charmed. She was one of the main characters. Was the one who spoke out and would posted something on Twitter saying a picture of her in her 20s saying this is the girl that was hurt by a monster and this is the one you're shaming with your silence. And
Yeah, then you had Ashley Judd come
bad
to the
mouthing
surface.
other actresses for not coming to the surface earlier enough and for taking the pay and just being quiet instead of actually using their voice. And she was just very angry. So
Yeah, well, they had also with their whole frustration over SNL, and Lorne
Oh,
Michaels. Supposedly, I mean, his explanation was, him coming under fire for not cutting the jokes from the show, for cutting the jokes from the show that involved Weinstein, but he was explaining that the jokes fell flat with the studio audience when they were doing it with the rehearsals, and of course, it's a New York thing. Weinstein is a New York thing, so they didn't feel national audience would appreciate the jokes. That was his explanation.
I don't
There
know.
they still had, Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert omitting the story in their Thursday night broadcast on The Daily Show. The host Trevor Noah on Thursday made only like a passing reference to Weinstein, but everybody was really unhappy with that this just nothing
I know,
happened. And again, we were thinking they were going after Weinstein because he's a prominent donor to Democratic candidates, liberal causes, and freaking guests at the White House of former President Bill Clinton and Barack Obama. They're just like who else? Leonardo DiCaprio, when he got accused of stealing money from the Malaysian Foundation. He was also linked with the Clinton Foundation. So they're going after anybody who has any ties with this. And I don't think it's a little tiny itty bitty coincidence. There's going to be a lot more information unraveling later on, and you're just going to start seeing people pop up for all these negative things one by one. And I don't know, karma. people got to pay their dues. There's stuff happens. It's just, I mean, again, it's an industry. Of course, I'm, we're not going to be blinded toward it and just ignore and be like, oh no, this will never happen. They are actually treated beautifully and no one's sexually harassed. Like, look at our president. He runs our country. And there's a lot more to be said.
Yeah.
And, of course I'm happy for Weinstein to get in trouble. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, well, I don't know how in trouble, but he was fired.
You know
what?
what? Hopefully there are more consequences to come. Okay, because it's not, in a world where a large sweaty Jew finds out he isn't invincible. Like,
well, he's still. How much did they get to them in Hollywood?
He's super unattractive, dude. Though he's just like, but again,
doesn't
he
matter.
has
It
a
was
lot
the
of money. I
power.
know
Yeah,
he has
it
the
was the
power and the
power.
money, and he could basically get any girl he wanted. But just dude rubs me the wrong way. I don't like his face. I just personally, I don't like it. I don't like
him
it.
like walking out of his company. And you're like, hey Harvey, I don't like your face.
That's all I would say. Yeah, that's all I would say. They had oh gosh, what was that other? A UK writer apparently is the latest to accuse Harvey Weinstein and claims he offered to share a bath with her.
Wow.
Like, first of all, how did he phrase that? I'll share a bath with you.
Yeah, exactly like that. That's so
Are
wrong.
you bringing the bubble soap? Like, who says I'll share a bath with? It just seems it's wrong. It definitely makes me really cringe. But who phrases that? Who shares baths anymore? What are you, 2?
It was anything he could say. Anything at all, and it didn't matter.
God, but and they think that they could totally get away with it. It's just kind of chills.
Yeah,
man.
but there was a story. I think Ashley Judd was talking about it that she refused. He asked her something inappropriate, and then she was fired from whatever role the next day. Because she didn't just jump right in and succumb.
Of course.
So yeah, I can't find the list right now, but
Good for them for sticking up though.
There was a list of women who came out and said similar things that he violated them as well, and then there was a list of women as of this morning. I know Meryl Streep just said something recently, but as of this morning or from this morning, and I don't know what happened after that, they were completely silent and didn't say anything. So they didn't know if they were paid off, or does that mean that they just weren't involved in it at all? Like, no one knows. I guess we'll never know.
I hope the story doesn't get closed up so early. Like, there are more Weinsteins out there. I think it's too early for them to just close the book on this already. Like, this just spilled all over the news, and it's, gosh, I don't like his face. That's all I can say. That's what we're gonna take away from the story. It makes me frustrated though. It really does. It's like, gosh darn it. Anytime women enter any industry, you got it. And then they accuse us. You know what happened? Like, this is just another side point, but when women are tough in the industry, we get called a bitch, and it's like, just because we're tough and we have to stand up for our position and actually try and achieve our goal, should try to let's say I had to put it a report in, and there's this head honcho dude that's stopping and wants to put his name on it, and it's not my name on it, and we have to fight for credibility, or we have to fight for this, blah, blah, blah. And then if we're tough, we get accused of being all these rude, inappropriate words. But if a dude is like that, he's just hardball and strict, and that's how he runs a tight ship and whatever. But we can't, we're supposed to just sit and take it. And it's like any industry we go into, we're supposed to be, oh yeah, I'll do, sure. Like, we're not gonna just accept it on a on any basis. But it just really bothers me, because it's like, good. They should stand up. They should say something. They should speak out. But it's like, just, we can be tough, and we can be, straightforward with things, direct and aggressive, but doesn't mean we're mean, vicious people. It's not. This is their whole double standard, as usual. But Yeah, we've come a long way, but we still have so much farther to go.
I don't think we'll ever get there, but yeah, it
That's
just shows.
so
and,
sad.
And who's
That's such a depressing statement.
yeah?
We'll
it
never
really
get
is.
there. One day. I do have hope. I
and
hope
who's
in
to
our
s-
life.
Who's to say that some of these women didn't even say anything because that's how they were able to get to the top?
But also, they must
So-
be so fearful. Like, I mean, come on. Your career is on the line. People are going to think about you now. You're going to be, in the front of the press. It puts you in a real predicament.
What puts you in a real predicament?
I mean, on having to, let's say this situation happens to you. You're sexually harassed or whatever, and you go mum. You don't say anything. You're very quiet, and they pay you off. Because they'll probably guarantee you they throw threats out the window. They do so many of the, like if you say anything, you're cut from this role. If you say anything, you won't get this. You won't get the blah blah. Because you don't hold the power until women who've been in the industry for a while, and then they have the names, and then they start gaining credibility. But it's like if you're starting out as a small pipsqueak, you're not gonna get very far. You're trying to go in your career and everything. And I'm not saying give up your dignity or your autonomy or anything just to get ahead of a career. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. But it's just like my only point is just it's ridiculous that they become quiet or whatever for this. It's a double-edged sword. It's like they either take the risk of speaking out and lose their career and have negative, not negative feedback, but backlash or whatever from the males who are running the industry.
I mean, yeah,
or
but
they
that's,
say something and then it's
I don't know. That's kind of sad, but it all goes back to money. And am I going to lose my fame? Am I going to lose my job? And am I not going to get the million that I keep getting because this now? But I don't know. What about it's not ever about the justice and about who gets actually unmasked for the horror that they actually commit. And yeah, I don't know. There are things coming out about Glenn Close saying she was vaguely aware and now she's ashamed or something like that. And she joins Judi Dench and Meryl Streep. It's just we'll never know. Like as an audience looking at the media, we'll never know. Was Meryl Streep told to say this? Is she being paid to keep her mouth shut? Did she really not know about it? And we'll never know. Like
she's
the
not
actual
really
truth about
quiet
it.
anymore. She released a statement.
She released a statement, but how much of that statement is true? Is she really gonna say I had no idea? Like I don't know. I just find that so hard to believe.
You know what? Here's a perfect example. Woody Allen. No,
That's the
it
same
wasn't.
thing.
I mean,
It
sexual
happens
harassment toward
multiple
younger girls,
times.
which is also extremely disturbing. But they had who's the actress who was in Blue Jasmine? Kate Blanchett.
Okay.
Right? She starred in Woody Allen's film with Alec Baldwin. It was called Blue Jasmine or whatever a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And she won an Oscar.
So.
And won her Academy Award or whatever. They asked, of course, the press. Everybody goes to her and asking her, what does she think about, Woody Allen's situation, being accused of all these things, finding out that it's real, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, it's nothing concerns me. I hope the families are okay. They have to just work on it own. Please give them privacy, blah, blah, blah. But why would you? I mean, she just got an Academy Award, okay? Probably higher reputation, higher in her career, more money, great, awesome, more roles and recognition. And now all of a sudden she's going to badmouth Woody Allen, the dude who put her in that position? Like, it's weird. And now Woody Allen is still in the industry. He's still working. He's still making films.
I know,
and
he just
still
made
has.
one.
He's still, yeah. And who's the A-list actor in that one? There's another actress who just joined
Wait, so
Woody Allen's
are you
films.
trying to
And
say?
I'm saying it's not going to stop. And if he still has money and power and control, there's still, all the women are still going to gawk and go to him for those roles because part of them, yeah, I think it's because they're selfish.
I don't know.
Does
If
this
I
make
was
any
in that-
sense? Or am I going
No,
off on a
this doesn't make any
tangent?
sense. Because if I was in that position, I would be like, yeah, that's horrible that he's doing. I don't care if I was holding.
You're not in that position, Bina, and you're a different person.
So if
you
you
don't
were
have the
holding
money,
an Oscar, you wouldn't say anything about it.
no, of
She
course
could
I
e-
would say something
she
about
c-
that.
Okay, so what are you
But we're
saying?
not talking about me. We're talking about, of course, we're both saying that we're on the outside. I don't, I mean, no, I would never acknowledge and cover up some slob for doing that. But I'm saying there are women out there who do. They do cover it up, or they won't say anything
guess.
because they're going to lose it in an instant. Woody Allen just put her in that place to get that award, to get that fame, to get that money. Bubble. List goes on. You know, and they're not, and he's still, it hasn't stopped though. There's still so many actresses that want to work with Woody Allen. So yeah, the story comes up, but who knows? Maybe Weinstein's gonna start another business of his own, and then just more actresses who are coming up join that. I don't know. Like, I'm just hoping, yeah, it's a closed chapter for this person, this large,
I think
disgraceful.
I think it's a closed
ogre.
chapter for him on our show. I think he's got enough airtime.
You know, you're right. That's exactly
So we'll
right.
move on to the
Good
next
segue.
thing.
And do you want to go to the next topic or hit up some song? No, give it to me. Give it to me.
Well, I just wanted to shout out quickly for the fires that are happening in Northern California. It's just kind of sad.
You said it's in Napa
We were
Valley
just
area.
there. Yeah, we were just there over the summer. So like, I have like maybe like a 16th of a connection to California, but just because I went there this summer for 6 weeks, I'm just like, oh my god, like every type of connection. But yeah, it's in Napa Valley region and Sonoma County, which is basically like right where we were, or very, very near to where we were. And there are just huge fires, homes, businesses.
How did the fire start? Was it
I'm not
like
sure.
dry heat, or their whole
I didn't
like their
read through the article that specifically yet. But I just read like hospitals, senior living facilities had to be evacuated. So, yeah.
Imagine all that damage, that aftermath. That's terrible.
Yeah, that's the problem with all of it.
Give me some happy news, Bina. Gosh.
I don't. You know what? I should just like leave a box of puppies somewhere.
Ooh, box of puppies.
Then when someone finds them and goes, like, how weird is that to find a box of puppies? Bam. I'm influencing
we
the
should
media.
do some feel good news of the day or something every Monday if we do, every media show. We have some interesting.
Find the good news, because that's gonna be really hard.
No, of course, there's always good news out there. It's not hard at all. We do have some funny tweets coming up later in the show.
That should give you
for
some
Columbus Day about Columbus. We just read one and we know the list is going to be good. And they're just, I mean, we find it amusing, so we hope you do. But that is, a fun, good feeling thing coming your way. Anything else you want to say, Bean?
No, that's about it. And the only other thing in the news was Melania Trump.
Oh yeah.
Talking back to Ivania. We were watching.
Ivania Trump was on CBS Sunday Morning.
Mm-hmm.
And they were asking her
I thought
questions.
she was pretty chill. She wasn't saying anything rude.
Clearly, she was doing really well after. I mean, her and Trump
actually,
got
that's
divorced.
Not true.
Her and Trump got divorced, and they had their kids,
right,
and she
was
clearly was left a lot of money to live comfortably.
So
she dates younger
what's
men.
Not good to say.
She dates
said
younger
she has
men.
A fabulous life.
Trump still asks her for advice, ask her if you should tweet, and she's like,
So
"Yeah, you should tweet." Because the
actually-
news articles are going to twist your words. As she tells
Actually,
them.
we should probably turn our anger towards her instead of Trump, because he goes to her for should I tweet, and she's the one telling him yes.
Stop telling him to tweet.
So
she got a lot of plastic surgery.
I mean,
though.
she was bad mouthing Trump's second wife more so than Melania. She's Melania's actually someone worthy, and bad mouthing the second wife. So I don't know.
It's
but
just a really interesting piece to watch, because you're like, wow, what is your perspective on this guy? And she has only good things to say about Trump.
Yeah.
Which is like, how did your marriage not last any longer?
Maybe she was paid off. I don't even know.
I don't know, man. She just loves her blissful ignorance.
Yeah.
In any case, she didn't care. She really didn't care. A lot of the questions he asked, she was just like, I don't care. This is my thought on it. I don't care. She really couldn't be bothered.
Like, whatever.
And of course, you're gonna expect that Trump's gonna be a few of the questions, asked of her. It was a really interesting bit to watch, for sure. That piece, if you guys, I mean, again, I'm telling people all the time, watch CBS Sunday Morning. They got great stories.
Oh, they
really do.
It's done so well, and they sprinkle
really is.
everything, and they sprinkle in almost
a variety of
history in there.
Subjects,
they sprinkle in holidays. They sprinkle in Hollywood a little bit. It's a whole mix of stuff, and it's done really well and very enticing. So
yeah, science, sports,
check it
whatnot.
out.
So let's go into our next song here called Care, and you should care about R&B radio show. Please enjoy.
please
be-
enjoy, but like if they don't, that's okay too. Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Yesterday on my way home. Asked you yesterday on my way home. Said you want somebody to care for. Said you want somebody to care for. Well, yeah. You can care for me. You can care for me. I got needs. It's free. I'm free. I'm free. You can care for me. You can care for me. I got needs. It's free. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. You passing by on my old street. You're not the one I ever thought I'd see. But if you want somebody to care for, yeah, if you want somebody to care for, well, yeah. You can care for me, you can care for me. I got needs, it's free, I'm free, I'm free. You can care for me, you can care for me. I got needs, it's free, I'm free, I'm free. You can care for me, you can care for me. I got needs, it's free, I'm free, I'm free. You can care for me, you can care for me. I got needs, it's free, I'm free, I'm free. You can care for me, you can care for me. I got needs, it's free, I'm free, I'm free. You can care for me, you can care for me. I got needs, it's free, I'm free, I'm free.
That's Matini. Matini. Matinee by
Just
actually the
move on,
band. The
Reno.
band is called Raina. Did you know that?
Raina?
Yeah, I chose because it's close to my name, Marina, but it's Raina, Reyna.
I didn't think your name could sound any dumber.
That's just take that back. Take that back.
Raina just sounds.
Oh yeah, Bana.
It's
Bana.
Vina. It's very.
Bana. Sounds
It's very
terrible. I just
simple.
threw up in
No,
my
it
mouth.
doesn't.
Bana.
So it's such a better name.
Is it not? Anyway, yeah, we are back. Some
They knew
juicy
that
music.
already.
This is still the song recording. Beep-a-boop, beedly-doop.
Taboo.
It's R&B radio show. Did you know that? Did they know that, or did you have to refresh
They
their
might have
memory?
not known that one.
All right, well, good. So you're welcome. I told you.
Yeah.
Listening on our WJTB studios
Stop
in.
screaming at.
Sorry, you got me all nervous. Man, we should just reserve a couple minutes to us just laughing, get it all out during our.
Wait, do I have to promise that I won't laugh later?
Yes.
Though? No, then
Brittany.
that's not gonna work for me. I'm sorry.
I know it's probably impossible for you to do. Anyway, it says WJTB Studios at NJIT. Why? I'm literally getting back into the
I
gist
don't
of it, and you
know.
just squeal.
Okay.
Why are you keep making noises?
I'm sorry.
Are you cracking your fingers? What is
No,
that?
it's my button. Ready,
I thought you said butt. Yeah, on my
Okay,
raincoat.
getting back to the show. So, those songs were.
I already said it.
Oh, dang, I'm not listening. Okay, so welcome back. We are now going to slip into our Columbus Day portion of the.
Yeah, there's a lot. That's a lie out there.
There is.
A lot,
I was
Mr.
reading
Columbus.
through this list and I got to number 4 and I'm just like, all I know is a lie because everything they teach you in school about Christopher Columbus, complete lie. That wasn't even his name. So anyway.
What? Wait, you're joking.
Number 1.
Wait, are you serious?
I'm serious. Columbus didn't set out to prove the earth was round. Number 2, Columbus was likely not the first European to cross the Atlantic Ocean. 3 countries refused to back Columbus's voyage. 4, Nina and Pinta were not the actual names of 2 of Columbus's 3 ships.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say children. Who cares?
Number 5.
Christopher Columbus is a redhead. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he was blonde.
Number 5, the Santa Maria wrecked on Columbus's historic voyage. 6, Columbus made 4 voyages to the New World. 7, Columbus returned to Spain in
Wait,
chains.
slow down. How am I supposed to
In
absorb all this
1500. You're
information?
not going to absorb any of this. 8.
Yeah, 3 countries didn't back up Columbus.
Oh, good job.
yeah, that's right.
8, a lunar eclipse may have saved Columbus.
Whoa.
9, even in death, Columbus continued to cross the Atlantic because he was buried.
He was dead already?
well, he was
What'd you say?
he was dead, but even
Uh-huh.
after death, like basically his because he was buried in Spain.
You know it's buried. Why do you say buried?
I can say buried.
buried.
I can say that.
It just sounds wrong.
Mom, can you confirm this, please?
Okay.
Okay, stay tuned.
When are we gonna get to the part where
That
it's not his
confirmation.
name?
That's in the second list.
Like-
And then
it's like finding out Lady Gaga is not really Lady Gaga. It's like that's not her name.
well, everyone knew that. Okay. And heirs of Columbus and the Spanish monarchy were in litigation until 1790. But yeah, there's another short list that says that Columbus actually wasn't his real name.
Why do we still celebrate? Like, why is there a day for him? I still don't get
Because
it.
he was supposedly
Isn't he that one of those Europeans went over, raped a bunch of people, gave them syphilis, did something, sold
Yeah,
their
like,
blankets,
he
killed
was a
them all, and then
horrible guy.
conquered?
He was a horrible guy.
He really was.
But anyway, these tweets about Columbus Day are actually pretty laugh-worthy, so we'll jump
I
into
say, you know
them.
what? They should have had school. Axiom should have went to school
Gone.
on Columbus.
He should have gone
and
to
went.
school.
Should have gone and went to school on Columbus Day. On Columbus Day. And they should have shared these like funny tweets about Columbus. Or they should have said like, you know, unknown facts about Columbus. Make everything about him, but how he's a complete
They
loser.
can. We here in America, we have to teach people how everyone's good. And Harvey Weinstein really had some kind of okay. We're
Is there a
stopping.
Harvey Weinstein Day?
Okay,
That's the
so
problem.
Christopher, this is one of the tweets. Christopher Columbus is like the person that comments first on an Instagram post, even though they're not first.
I like that one.
If you're upset by illegal immigration, then you really shouldn't be celebrating Columbus Day.
Ooh,
That's a hard blow.
That's true though. That is true.
Celebrate Columbus Day locally. Check out an area store you've never visited before and claim ownership of it.
I'll just walk to the first dollar store I see. Be like, no, we already own this store. Nope, I have now claimed it. It's
It
going
is
to be
Columbus
the
Day.
Rena dollars.
To celebrate Columbus Day, I'm going to wait around at an In-N-Out. Wait until they call someone else's number and then take their food. So, like, what if someone...
It's a great spirit.
If someone walks up to you and just like, hey, that's my food, and you're like, oh yeah, well, you know what, Christopher Columbus, and then you start going on to this huge rant, would you even get away with that? Or they'd be like,
It
no,
depends
that's
how
still
chill
my
the
food.
person is. Yeah.
All right, next one. My child's gonna be the first in class to tell the teacher the Europeans and Christopher Columbus were thief and murderers. I'm gonna have a meeting.
Yeah, why does every parent think they have to have a parent-teacher meeting if their kid says things
Says
that
stuff
are
like
a bit
that, 'cause
strange?
Once again, here
bit
in
different.
America, do I have
Ugh.
to go through the same spiel?
America.
Columbus Day morning, kids excited to see the bowl of tears they left out last night is empty, and the
Bowl
small
of tears? This is not Andrew Jackson.
No, and the smallpox blankets are rumpled. What in goodness gracious? When it's Christopher Columbus Day, but you know the truth and you've unlearned all the lies you were taught in elementary and middle school.
Oh, yeah. Doing that every year.
To be fair to the Rick and Morty fans, getting mad
That's me.
Okay, Rena. Getting mad about going on a long trip and failing to get Asian sauce is on point for Christopher Columbus Day.
Szechuan sauce. I love how Bina didn't get that reference.
I
She's like, what is this sauce?
I was like, how did I
Szechuan?
Szechuan?
Szechuan? I don't know what you said.
And you're like, Szechuan.
Szechuan sauce. You have to say it super fast. Yeah, oh man, I love that show. But the speculation theory onto whether this is actually it's season 3, but they don't know if the last episode was the finale for season 3. Another episode might come our way. Thank you, Dan Harmon. But I don't know. That's all. Just that's all I had to say to my Rick and Morty fans out there.
There you go. And
I got a
you said
t-shirt.
it. Hope
They're
you
just
feel.
that show is just so well written.
I know. I just love it.
You've never seen it. Educate yourself, Beth.
Columbus was a homicidal syphilitic maniac.
See, I said syphilis. Is that
who
the
was
syphilis?
too dumb to realize he wasn't in Asia. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. Today is the day #Columbus discovered he had a sense of direction and had no idea where he was.
I feel like he
should have stopped and asked. Asked who?
I feel like Christopher Columbus is is Jack Sparrow with his compass that never worked.
It worked. It just didn't point north. Rena,
Well,
get
I
your
feel like
facts
that's
straight.
what. Oh no!
No,
My
but
Pirates of the
doesn't-
Caribbean
Don't
facts.
don't you remember?
Need to get those on
There's
par.
a scene in the movie where it's just like, no, one of the pirates are just like he doesn't his what's it called, compass doesn't point north. It doesn't point north.
Wait.
But we ain't
start
going
from the
north,
beginning.
are we?
Start from the
He
beginning.
says his compass. He
Okay.
goes, his compass doesn't point north, but we're not going north, are we?
Jiggery timbers.
All right, next one.
No, I'm serious. I feel like Christopher Columbus is Jack Sparrow. Not as cool. Although, did Christopher Columbus drink rum?
I guess we'll never know.
Yeah.
Columbus Day as the discovery of America and not the murder of Native Americans is just whitewashing history. Yikes. Happy Columbus Day, aka White Colonial Privilege Day of Genocide Denial. That is, people are very...
Jeez, they got super serious.
Yeah, but they're very, like, on Twitter, they just... I don't want to say creative, because that was just very dark. But they just,
They're thinkers.
put-
I
yeah,
like
they really-
a lot of people who tweet sometimes
when
because
they come out with very I don't know, original
They just put
material.
sometimes, yeah, they
almost,
put great stuff on there, and sometimes they have those late night shows who talk about
Yeah.
or read or would do whatever with tweets, and a lot of the time
They're
for me,
very
the
amusing.
tweets are better than what the writers wrote for
Yeah.
the show, honestly, because they're just funnier, they're clever, they're more clever. It's fantastic. Did you know Christopher Columbus had 2 sons?
I didn't know that.
Diego Columbus and Ferdinand Columbus, if that's their real names. Wait, so when are we finding out Christopher Columbus is not his real name? Is that the last
Well,
one?
I X that out.
What? Well, what is it then? What is his
okay,
real
why are you
name?
yelling at
Bina. Oh, the only one I wanted to get to. What is Christopher? I'm typing it right now. Christopher.
Okay, so you look that up and you let
Columbus.
us know.
Real name.
I went to
Someone
the-
searched this before.
I went to the post office with 30 plus orders just to find out they aren't open because it's Columbus Day. Like that guy actually founded America, but okay.
Is the postal service closed on Columbus?
I guess so. That's what
Columbus. Crumpus Day.
I guess that's what this tweet just said.
Yeah, but I want to know specifically Mawa.
This
Can
person
you hear me
goes,
typing over the thing?
this person goes, F you, Christopher Columbus, you entitled piece of crap. I'm going to skip school just because I'm mad and I don't respect you.
But school's closed already. Because he's mad and doesn't
Well, maybe this
respect-
guy's in college.
You know what we should have skipped today? But we didn't. R&B radio show just for you guys.
Yeah.
Sacrifices.
Mm.
Yeah, Christopher Columbus's real name
Mhm.
is Cristoforo Colombo. That's the same damn thing. Gosh. He's Italian. It's Cristoforo Colombo, and in Spanish it's Cristobal Colon.
Okay, that's different.
That's
All
ridiculous.
right, last one. If my
he was
kids,
born October 31st, 1451.
if
Did
my
he even
kids-
dress up?
Nina, my gosh, your time to talk is over. If my kids aren't shading Christopher Columbus by the age of 5, I have failed them as a parent. That's kind of cool. If that parent thinks that it's important for their kid to know, before the age of 5, that's great. So anyway, those are the cute little tweets. We're going to slip back into music, and actually, because it's Christopher Columbus Day, and I should say in spite of...
And their postal offices are closed.
I should say in spite of the honest traveling, actually, we're going to do a Would You Rather travel edition, so stay tuned for that.
Are we really?
Yeah,
Okay.
we are.
All right.
There's
Okay,
some
here you
good
go.
ones. There are ones that actually make you think, so...
Oh, I like thinking.
There will be... No, you don't, Rena. That's a lie you tell yourself so you can go to sleep at night.
That is so cold.
Cold
Okay.
but true.
Okay, this is 7
Cold
years.
but true. New band name, it called it.
7 years Vitamin String Quartet off the
love
song
Vitamin
Lucas
String Quartet.
Graham's song. Yeah, they got some great
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
So anyway, here you go. Listen to it. Listen to it. I'm demanding you. Brenna out. And then
Bennett-
we'll be Brenna back.
Bennett in.
people are probably wondering, what is this elevator music? Why does it sound like, what is R&B radio show doing? Are they on break? What is that? That's Raiders of the Lost Ark, people. Vitamin String Quartet, John Williams doing that segment. It was off of their Geek Wedding Volume 2 album. The sequel, apparently. Obviously, they probably did another instrumental version of Back to the Future with their theme song, which must have been dope. But yeah, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Before that, we had The Princess Bride.
Great movie.
Storybook love. I do love that. It just makes me so happy. Yeah. And of course, Hedwig's theme, we had, tribute to Harry Potter, just because I felt like it and I like how it sounds. Okay, we got a few things. We have some wild stories that people would tell to get out of class. Do you have any wild stories, Pina?
No,
Before we get to our list, anything you'd like to recall?
No, I don't think ever
Such
a crazy
goody
story.
two-shoes, huh?
Yeah, the first time I ever ditched class, it was an accident.
I remember that day too. You had a presentation.
I was so scared. I was like,
and you
what
thought
are
it was
you
study
gonna
hall
do?
instead of
Such an idiot. It was back in high school. It was senior year also.
Find out it was useless.
And I
Yeah.
just thought study hall was that period, but really it was the wrong period, and I just like ditched.
What a rebel.
What a
That was so funny. You're like, oh no.
Honestly, sometimes if you could talk to your high school self, would you tell her like one thing? Just
I'd
one
slap myself in the face.
Why?
honestly.
Would you explain?
I'd be like, get in shape. Run the mile, damn it. You need it. Stop eating those chocolate chip cookies. Okay? You have lunch early, but when you go home, you don't need that much snack.
I feel like if I ask you this question in 10 years, what would you say to your college self? You'll come back
slap
and
my face. Stop eating all that free food.
Stop.
You should have hit the gym more often. It was
It's the
free.
same
Free gym on campus. You should have taken advantage.
I don't like when people say that it's technically not free. We pay for.
I don't know, Bina, do you?
I was just saying. Okay, whatever. The average student pays for
Shut
it.
your mouth.
So
Yeah,
that's what
I'm
comes
average.
With, that's what comes with it. So it's not like it's free.
I should be doing it though if I'm paying
Yeah,
for it.
you
Is that
should
what
be.
you're talking about?
Instead of
I
cooped
thought
up in
everything
your
we were
little coiner.
Coiner.
Damn
I'm in my
coiners.
coiner. Instead of watching a movie during class.
Yeah.
Damn, we really had to finish that movie though, Bina.
Oh my
so
God,
I
there was a
appreciate
professor
last semester
today.
you coming into organic chemistry. with me.
There's our professor today called out a student and was like, "Are you paying attention to
Oh,
me?"
that was funny.
He goes, "You're smiling too much to be engaged in this class."
And she was probably doing
Ooh,
something else on the
called
laptop.
out from the student.
That was great though. How did he know? See, which is why I always look miserable 100% of the time while
That
I'm
way no one can tell the difference.
while I'm
They can just
learning
hate it.
in class and watching stuff on the laptop. So it's a win-win. Is it? I don't know. Maybe people don't. Maybe that's why people don't approach me.
Yeah, I think like 85% of my friends who meet you second say they were scared of you when they first met you.
I don't know. I don't. It's not comforting. I don't like.
It's
how
not
that-
comforting. Why don't you change
Well,
something?
I wouldn't like. My first instinct is to apologize, but then it's like,
Then you're like,
that's who I am.
"Nah."
Accept.
Too bad. I'm not
Slap you in the face. You shouldn't eat that much. Anyway, yeah, we were pretty good kids. We had to get our assignment pads in middle school. We had to get them signed.
That's a worse story.
And
One time I forgot to get my assignment pad signed, and I
you went to
cried
detention
so hard because I thought mom would be like, "You're in trouble," and like really be angry at me. So I
Yeah.
went to lunch detention. Then I came home, and Saul was like jumping onto it and was like, "Oh my God, she's gonna be really upset." And I started crying again. He's like, "It was just a joke. You know what she's gonna tell you? Don't do it again." And then I told her, and she's just like, "All right, don't do that again." Yeah.
Oh, there's so much Axe can get away with.
Yeah.
It's like, we should cut that right now. Mom's probably gonna be listening and be like, "You're gonna bad influence on your brother." That's
What?
That's
When
not
did
how
she ever
moms
say that? And why is she from the South again?
I don't know. I can't impersonate mom. I can't
Anyway,
do an
all right.
impression
Roll
of her.
off this list. Let's go.
All right. Yeah, I don't think I did anything bad either, though. I faked my stomach hurt. Once I did actually throw up in school, so I had to leave. So I was like, so I called Mom. That wasn't good. I was taking a quiz. I remember it was 6th grade language arts class, Mr. McGee.
Whoa, that's a lot of details. How do you remember all that?
Serving up those details. It was
But if
traumatic. I
go to
threw
you-
up.
If I go to you and go, hey, you remember this person that you went to school with for like 10 years? You're
Yeah,
like,
I
I
don't
don't
know
recognize
anything,
that person, that name, that face.
Anyway, back to my
Any of
story.
the details.
So we were taking a quiz, but I was like, oh, I don't feel good. Something was coming. So I was just like, Mr. McJ, can I go get like a drink of water or something? So I soon, boom, I open the classroom door. Out it comes out right there in the alley. Like, I don't know if any got on the carpet. I don't think
Were
so.
those sound
I felt
effects also
so
there?
bad for the janitors, though.
Yeah.
So I had to sort of like hop over my pile of blech
They're
and
probably like, oh
washed
my
up in the
God,
bathroom, and they're like,
fifth
"Don't come
student."
back." Like, all right, you got it. Yeah. Once I would lie that my stomach hurt though in elementary school, in Jefferson School, and called Mom pick us up, and
up.
yeah, probably weren't too happy. I wouldn't be happy if I was a parent. My kid just lied about their stomach hurting because they didn't want to go to school, and I would just go to the principal's office, and she would basically
Yo, I'd
give
be
you the phone
okay.
a call.
I'd be
like,
with
what
it.
the hell? I
Yeah, I'd be
drove
like,
all the way over here. I
school-
work.
School is not like that dire when you're in like 2nd grade. You can miss
It depends
a
how
day.
cute my kid is. I guess, yeah.
Oh, well, in that case, we're screwed.
Hey. So anyway, these are some of people's stories for the craziest thing they've done to class skip. Coined new term. Is that a new term? Someone once faked pink eye in high
How do you
school
do
so I
that?
could stay home. He woke up early, rubbed shampoo into his eye.
Oh,
Which
that's
is probably
really-
the stupidest thing he could have done, but
That's
it worked.
probably a less painful way to.
Yeah,
leave
well,
class.
I don't know. His mom even took him to the doctor who prescribed pink eye medication, and he got to take 2 days off because he was contagious.
Oh my
Quote
God.
unquote, not really contagious, just shampoo.
Did I wonder if he actually used the medication. Or
That you can't. What happens if you use pink eye medication? You don't have
I
pink
mean,
eye.
it's dangerous to use
That
any
is
kind of
dangerous.
medication when you don't have those symptoms.
No, he
so I
probably
don't
just
know.
stored it for later when he actually
Just
has it.
emptied it out bit by bit. All like, what a waste of money.
Yeah, well, I like this one. A teacher who taught this guy's class, he had them sit in silence and read their textbooks for the whole period. After the first few weeks, the kids started telling the teacher he was having girl problems and needed to be excused every single day. The teacher would get so uncomfortable that he never challenged the student about it. So he ended
that's very
he
hard to
ended the
believe.
semester with an A.
That's
I
hard
don't
to believe though, because
Listen,
wouldn't
if
the
I went to my like for an entire month or something to my teacher and be like, my time of the month wasn't like I'm having really bad
Every
cramps or
single
whatever. It was a
day?
male teacher. He wouldn't question.
Yeah, but the teacher could go to like a principal or guidance counselor and saying, "Hey, I'm worried about this kid.
Not
like
if that
he's been
teacher's a
saying
dork.
this."
Not if they. That's how I'm ending it.
How much of a dork is he if he gives the student an A? I'd be
well-
like, "You're not a dork. You're awesome."
And you have like some of the stories where people pretended one of their family members passed away or was ill, so they
Yeah, that's hard.
got to leave. One kid hid fake vomit in his hoodie.
Oh my god.
Kind of like my story, but mine was real and I didn't have a hoodie. He ran to the back of the classroom like he was running to the bathroom and dumped the bag on the floor. Emptied the bag of vomit on the floor. And he's like, good. That class was so boring. I was the only interesting thing all year. He did feel sorry for the janitor, though. I do. I feel that.
What if-
I
what
guess
if
it's
he
just our
got-
mess?
What if
it's
he
so
like
wrong.
fumbled at the bag and the teacher's like, "Billy, what are you doing with that bag of vomit?"
Well, what are you doing with that bag of
Backfire.
split pea soup? 'Cause it's green. So anyway,
Explain it to me.
there was another one. Well, this kid just realized there was a quiz and didn't study and just blurted out in class, "My mom's on her way to check me out." When the teacher was like calling attendance or whatever, he ran to the office, called the mom from the phone in the office and whispered, "Be here in 15, act normal." Like she just announced in class, "My mom's gonna, check me out of class
That
today."
sounds too.
And her mom just showed up.
That doesn't even sound legit enough. As a teacher, I'd be like, "Sit down, Billy."
Why is everyone
Everybody's
Billy?
named Billy.
Rodney, sit down. Francesca, shut your mouth. One time in high school, this student was in French class. He was super tired and just wanted out. The moment that his teacher called on him, he burst into tears. and made him go to the nurse and go home because he couldn't stop crying.
This is not how things work. People don't just send you home
Oh my
because you can't
gosh, you're
stop
an emotional
crying.
wreck. Stop crying. I want to try that. I feel like I could do it. I feel like I could
No,
cry for a long
in
time.
college, either professors would look at you and be like, "Get your stuff
No,
together."
they'd be. It's more serious. What if I'm working and going to
Yo,
classes
one time-
and got responsibilities?
One time, an instructor told me that I won't actually reveal the name, but
That's a
told
good
me
idea.
that
Don't.
that in one of this instructor's classes, this girl was crying, and they're in high school, middle school, something, and this instructor turns to the girl and goes, go out of the classroom and go fix your face." And then come back in here.
Oh my goodness!
Which is a bit harsh, but
What's wrong with my face?
I thought it was because
Oh man, I
'cause
feel
the
like
girl
you could
was
have
crying.
phrased that a lot more.
why did you say he?
pleasantly.
Like,
Oh, I just assumed it was a
well, you
male
assume,
professor.
but I'm not saying it could be a guy,
Okay.
it could be a girl
It
too.
could have
but
been a
don't
woman
assume.
though. That's so
No,
harsh.
but yeah, that's just really funny. The first time I heard it, it was just very funny to me, and the instructor was trying to make a point, but I'm like, yo, you look at a girl and was like, go fix your face. It was just,
Oh geez.
it made me laugh really hard. So I'm just kidding. I would never do that
Wow.
as a teacher. It'd be great to my student. No,
I
but
don't
it's true.
know.
If there's something I learned over the summer, it's that everything you say, you have to think about 3 times.
Oh yeah.
Because you can
Yeah,
even
yeah.
tell the kid, you're being like, please don't be a jerk or something like that, because they bullied somebody else, and like you can't even say that because the parent could call, or that's not really the best way you could go about it. It's just, it matters so much how you phrase things to your students, and
Right.
it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is. One other individual faked an asthma attack to get out of running the mile.
Ooh, see, but that's
But
serious.
the gym
Like, that
teacher
could be
told
very
the
convincing.
person to take their inhaler and get back on the field.
Oh, see, the gym teachers tell
So I
them
don't
to
know
shove
if
them
they
back
really,
out there.
they really did. Our gym teachers were not. So
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I don't know. Some people just weren't feeling like going to school or spent the night at their friend's house. They did, it wasn't. I mean, unless they had senior day, whatever. What's that day called? where
Senior
people-
skip day.
Senior
yeah.
skip day. People skipped and went to Dorney Park or Six Flags. A few of
Or
them.
just stayed
In
at
our
the
grade, they
beach.
did. We should have done that. I think we went to school
did
that day.
do that.
Oh, we did?
Rena. Yes, you don't remember.
Oh wow,
anything.
that's great. Good job,
Remember, it was
Pastorina.
right after prom, and we just like stayed at the beach, and
Oh, Point Pleasant. Yes. All right, here you go, Uma
I have
Thurman.
to like remember your memories for you. That's not how it works.
We are one person. This is Fallout Boy again. Vitamin String Quartet of the last of it from that awesome bunch.
I do say.
I do say we will be back in a Tootle Pip in the Toot and Totten Center R&B radio show. Stay tuned.
sinking. I don't know if we even pulling through pain. And I'm medicated thanks to you. I'm on a lifeboat. This lifeboat is sinking. Sinking. Save me. This isn't what it looks like. This isn't what I wanted. This isn't what it looks like. I'm over everything you say you do, babe. I'm closing up, but even caring to do. We're on a lifeboat. This lifeboat is sinking. Sinking. Save me. This isn't what it looks like. This isn't what I wanted. This isn't what it looks like. Save me. This isn't what it looks like. This isn't what I wanted. This isn't what it looks like. Throw up your hands. I'm celebrating. Sleep on my bed. Hallucinating. I'm going down. Ooh. Shut up and rain. I am the sunshine. Here comes the rain. Let's have a good time. I'm going down. I'm at the bottom of my wishing well, but even counting the air, we're on a lifeboat. This lifeboat is sinking. Sinking. Lifeboat. Yeah. Save me. This isn't what it looks like. This isn't what I wanted. This isn't what it looks like.
Do I scare you? Are you frightened?
No, but I'm tired.
Are you not sleeping?
I'm sleeping, but I'm sleeping on my own.
Is it wise to try and follow something we can barely swallow down? Is it crazy just to stay? It's like two enlightened hearts riding up the reef. Override that stopped, and the top is where the down bit starts.
You seem distant, far away.
Why? Because I'm quiet.
But you're not speaking.
That's 'cause I've got nothing left to say. Is it wise to try and follow something we can barely swallow down? Is it crazy just to stay put? These tattooed enlightened hearts riding up the ridge. Override that stop, and the top is where the down bit starts and stops and starts. You took the blame.
I never understood you.
I do not understand.
You have to push so far away from me.
You don't have to leave.
And you don't have to
Why have you been acting like we
the downbeat starts. The top is where the downbeat starts.
That is Where the Downbeat Starts by Great Danes. Before that, Lifeboat by New Politics. I do like that one. I do like the Lifeboat. All right, Bina.
All right, would you rather? We got travel edition this Monday.
I've never seen these before in my life. I seriously haven't. Well, sometimes we should switch it. Maybe I should ask you some of the questions.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm always being the interviewed
Next week.
person.
Would you rather travel the world for free for life, that means hotels and airfare, or have $400,000 deposited into your bank account now? I would
The
definitely
former.
I would definitely choose the first one.
Yeah.
For life, you get
For
to like
sure.
do all these
Yeah.
travels.
Right.
You know, you could probably like make money and all that.
Hopefully, you make
I'll
enough
get the
money and all that
400, probably, maybe.
to get all that done. Live my
Never-
dreams.
Never take the train or never take an airplane ever again.
Never take the train. I enjoy airplanes. I do. I like them.
I do. Airplanes have become such
I
a
don't know.
drag these days.
I'm not afraid of them.
though.
Oh, because what? The longest time you've been on there is when we went to Israel, and you just
No, it's
can't
just the
sleep
whole, like,
sitting,
try
and
to
then you
get
gotta
into-
eat,
yeah,
and
I
you
don't
like
know.
don't ever want to take United ever again because.
But I don't know. The
bad press and
trains
stories.
I know about are like in New York City, and they're not that hot either. So
There are a
I'd
bunch of other
probably go
trains
with-
we've never tried. Though.
I know, but I
Thomas.
live in Jersey, so never taking the train again.
Joyzy with Joyzy girls. Yeah, I enjoy the
No one
airplane. I
says
like my
Joyzy.
little peanut packets. I like.
They
the
still give out
little-
peanuts.
No, they don't.
So why would you say that?
We got. Well, except Myro, actually, when we flew to go to San Francisco to visit you, Axie and
You got
Mom and
peanuts?
Dad got
Oh, yeah,
breakfast.
right.
They got waffles, pancakes, all this stuff, all these eggs and everything. I was like, and my entire section was skipped. None of us got. I was like,
That's
what is
not
going
right.
on?
They should give you a free voucher for
There's a
something.
lady
on your
sitting
way
next to me.
out.
Her name was Nancy, and I told her, Nancy, we're gonna get breakfast. And she's like, oh, that's great. And it didn't happen. I'm like, Nancy, I don't know what happened. I didn't do anything, Nancy. Nancy's great. I told that story already, right? About
I think
how she
so.
worked for Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah.
God damn it, Nancy. Good for
Would you
her.
rather visit the Oktoberfest in Munich or Carnival in Rio de Janeiro?
Neither. I've been to neither. I've never been to
Yeah, but which one?
either.
Probably.
Neither.
Well,
I don't
October.
know. I don't.
But
I
Oktoberfest is like
yeah.
super beer related, you know.
Yeah, you don't like beer.
I don't.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you should go for the other one then.
Maybe. But I totally would want
You
to
don't
go
like
to
Corona?
Munich.
You don't like any beer?
No beers at all.
But Corona's good. But the lemon and the coconut. And shit.
Nope.
Oh,
But I would
That's
love to go to.
delicious.
I don't know. I might just choose it anyway, just to get the feel, and I'd love to go to Munich. You know, so
Yeah,
probably the
for
first one
sure.
anyway.
mm-hmm.
Take control of the airplane for 5 minutes. It's on autopilot. Or take control of beverage service for the entire trip.
Beverage service, because I'm gonna down that alcoholic
Really?
drink.
I wanna-
advantage. I would love to
It's
be in
5
I would love
minutes.
to be in the kick pot. The cockpit. Woo, my it's a loopy loop.
Wow.
How did that happen?
Where did you come from?
I don't know.
That. Okay.
Where did you come from that? Maybe we should both resign our
we
radio show.
will.
We can. We will.
We'll
the end of the
put in our 2
semester.
weeks notice right now. So in 2 weeks.
Wait, hold on. Just 2 weeks?
That's the average 2 weeks notice.
I know, but we can't do that the end of the semester and then 2 weeks, so we could
That's
fully
a very long
the
notice to put your quit in.
yeah, I would like to be in the cockpit because all those buttons, what do you do? But God forbid something
says
happened, I'd be like,
autopilot.
I don't
5 minutes.
I don't trust it. You ever seen the movie Airplane?
Would you rather
There's
walk
no
down,
blown up guy that's gonna come out. Like,
Would you ever walk down that stupid aisle for the entire trip and have hi, what would you like? Oh, I can't wake you up because you're snoring. Oh, but you get yelled at me because I didn't wake you up. Like, who would want to deal with all of that?
Wait, a flight attendants yelled at you because you were sleeping?
No, but like I feel like it's happened in the past where the flight attendant, they're told not to wake people up if they're sleeping because it's just
If
a
you're sleeping
disturbance.
next to me, I'll take the meal. Like when we
No.
were when we were flying
Oh
to
my
before we landed to
God.
Brussels
Okay,
in between
yes.
to do to go to Tel
So-
Aviv. But Saul was sleeping, or what, you guys were sleeping next to me or something, and I was just like, oh, I'll just put it on his chair.
No,
whatever.
so what I'm
He's
trying
like,
to say
"Did you wake
is
up and
that
you want
I
food?
I feel like
I'll take
the
his
person
applesauce."
who's sleeping, it's probably happened in the past where they woke up and complained that they never got, but they were sleeping. You know, no one wants to
Yeah,
deal
well,
with
the
all
flight
that.
attendant's not going to be like, well, you weren't conscious, sir. You weren't awake.
It's just annoying.
Couldn't give you your food.
Okay, next one. Would you rather wake up without your wallet or wake up without your passport and phone? I'd have to go.
Passport and phone. I use my
I'd-
wallet less. I use my phone more.
So
Bam.
you would wake up without your wallet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would. I'd freak out though because we drive
I mean,
everywhere.
but
So
if you
I didn't have my license.
No, but
on
if
me.
you think about it, all that stuff can be like all of your credit cards can be canceled and things like that.
so
but if
can
you're
your phone.
if you're in a place where you had your passport and you wake up without it, how the heck are you getting back, especially in this day and age?
Maybe I wanted to lose my. I don't like how passport and phone are clumped together. They did that on purpose because it's harder. If passport was
No,
separate,
I'm
I'd choose
just- do you-
passport, keep my phone and wallet, and then just worry about the passport later. Because I'm not traveling anywhere
Rena,
right
if
now.
you are outside of the country,
well,
how are
I'm
you
not
getting
outside the
back?
country, am
But
I?
You can't assume
I'm
that from
taking
the
it in my
question.
current condition.
You can't assume that from the question. It says you had your passport.
Yeah, but
You
I'm
woke
applying
up-
it to
let me
my
finish.
case
You
scenario.
had your passport.
Mm-hmm.
You woke up without it, which means that you had it for a reason in the first place.
Yeah, well, I have it in our room in a file cabinet, and I wake up and it's not there. That's fine.
It
I'm still
is
in
there.
New Jersey.
No, but
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh my gosh.
I don't.
It's like
I solved this
arguing
problem
with a
already.
2-year-old. Like I can't.
Yeah,
go.
a very intelligent,
Would you
hot,
rather?
funny
Ew,
2-year-old.
disgusting. Why would you describe a 2-year-old as hot?
No, I meant me. Oh God, now people are gonna get the wrong impression about
Would
me.
you rather be left behind in the bush on an African safari or be left behind in the water on a scuba trip? Definitely
Ooh,
a bush.
Yeah, for sure.
You're
I'd be
left
too-
in the
oh,
water,
man.
you're gonna freeze.
I don't know if I would ever go scuba
Or are you
scuba
let-
diving.
You can't talk today.
scuba diving.
Well, but
I
when
would
you're,
never go scuba diving.
when
I'm
you're
too
scuba
afraid.
diving, are you in the bottom of the ocean? Is that what they mean by behind
I mean,
in the
usually
water?
you go pretty deep when you scuba dive.
You have to go, to the bottom.
I would not. You go no.
Oh my god,
mm-mm.
that's so creepy.
I don't think I would ever go scuba diving in the first place because
Really? You've gone skydiving though.
yeah, but I'm in the air.
That's
I
like
can
too-
breathe. Like
Under the water, you can breathe too. You have a
no,
tank.
but you're what if something happens to the tank? You're so deep. There are other creatures around you. I don't have to worry about a bird when I'm free falling. Okay, no one shit in my face.
Oh my
I swear I was gonna
gosh.
curse this segment, but
Well,
it
you
happened.
better work on it.
I know because we didn't tell you guys. Yeah, now R&B radio show our regular sessions, they are now hooking up live streaming to speakers all throughout the campus center in
Isn't that
LJT.
so exciting?
So people are going to hear us talk, our playlist, pre-recorded stuff. If we want to give it to them earlier, they play it at different times as well. All throughout the campus center, NGT students get full in on that. Fun stuff, and we'll tell
So
you.
we're about to find
things
out
going
if
up.
that's really annoying to them or
Well, they can't really
They
turn it off,
enjoy-
can they? Or
I don't
can they
know.
request? We don't want to hear
they
our
could probably
protest.
complain
I would be
somehow.
so happy if someone protested about our show because they'd be like, "Oh my God, they care! Like, like they know
Yeah,
us.
any
They
news
know
is good
about us.
news.
Any news is good news." You could just flip that. quote
Okay,
right
would
by
you
now.
rather lose your luggage but land on time or land 12 hours late with your luggage intact?
12 hours
12
late?
hours. What are you doing in the sky
I
for
don't know.
12
In that
hours?
time, in that time, you land anyway, and you lost your luggage, and now you're gonna spend your time getting your luggage. Like, it really doesn't make a
I
difference.
don't know. I kind of feel like I would just lose my luggage so I don't have to spend 12 extra hours.
Yeah, but I got a lot of stuff in there, and it's important.
I know that's true. Usually
But you're
pack,
spending
like, the
time
best
getting your
stuff.
luggage, though. What do you mean lose? I mean, I don't know.
No. You land 12 hours late, but you have your luggage.
Yeah, I know, but you said you'd land earlier, and you don't have your luggage.
Yeah.
But the time you landed earlier, that time you're going to be spending to find your luggage. Track it down, call people. Liam Neeson style.
no, it's lost. You can't find it. You're done.
Okay. Come on. Next one.
Visit every country in Europe or every state in the U.S.
Every country in Europe.
Yeah, probably. That's more exciting. Although it is on my bucket list to visit every state, but
It is, you know.
If I had the
We'll
choice, yeah.
conquer that.
yeah. Move every 6 months, including internationally, or live in the same place your entire life. I would
don't
rather
like
actually
moving
live.
that often.
Yeah, that's really annoying.
The latter.
I would probably live in the same place because then you
Was
could just
the,
travel.
Was the
and all
latter
that,
the
you
same
know?
place and travel? Was that did I choose the right one?
Yeah, live in the same place. It doesn't say and travel; just says live in the same place your entire
I
life.
thought you said something internationally.
Yeah, move every 6 months. It could mean that you also move internationally.
Oh, I see.
Be able to teleport to places you've already been, or only be able to teleport to places you've never been before.
Ooh, the second one.
Yeah, why would you want to Oh, I guess then you don't have to.
Teleportation. You just, super fast anyway. What else?
Would you rather go into the past and tell yourself to change one thing that's happened, or go into the future and see what your life ends up being like?
Future, so future. I'm done with the past. So done.
Well, we already
Staying
heard
back
a few
there.
minutes ago what you would do to your past self anyway.
That's true. Yeah, I would totally go into the future. Although it's just like, it's a whole, Back to the Future theory, and any show that has to do, or
It's all
movie has to do
messed
with
up.
timeline. If
Yeah.
you go and you see it, then you're just making it happen because you already know it's
It's too much.
too much.
It's just
Confusing.
absolutely
Just let it be
too much.
natural.
What be natural?
Let time be natural. Don't control it. Just let it do
Oh
its
my God,
thing.
Rena, calm
Let
down.
the seconds be seconds, the minutes be minutes, the hours be hours,
What
and
if
the
we
days
talk
be
your
days,
entire
and the weeks
show
be
like
weeks, and
that?
the months be months, and the years be years. Talk
I
like
think
this.
I think people would
I'd
sign
hate it.
off.
I'd sign.
I'd sign off myself.
Was there any more you had for us?
Nope, that's it. For
Darn, I thought you were gonna end with a bigger banger. That's
no,
fine.
that was fine. That was good. Okay, go away now.
I like you. Have I ever told you that before? I do enjoy your company.
Excuse
I feel
me?
like we make each other live longer. Do you feel like that? Do you feel that?
Okay.
Do you feel what I feel?
At certain times in my life, I can agree, and then other times, completely no.
Really?
Yeah, because
I
you
feel like it's
stress me out.
Yeah, but we laugh so much together.
Yeah,
It's-
that's
we
the other
add.
part. Thank you for explaining what I just explained.
So what's this part right now?
This is like
No, I
a mix
just-
of both. Like, I want to strangle and laugh
good.
at you at the same time.
It's good. I feel like, yeah, we spend a lot of time with each other. Sometimes we're too much like a married couple. You know? I'll tell you one thing. I'm sick and tired of sleeping in a bunk bed. I want to be a big girl
Why?
on my own bed, damn
Bunk
it.
beds are perfect. They can
Yeah, because you're on the bottom.
Yeah, that's
You know,
true.
every
Yeah, but
time
they
I have to
save
blow my
space.
nose, or if I go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, I have to like go up and down the ladder.
No, they save
if something
space.
happens on my
They're
phone,
stylish.
there's no nightstand for
They
bunk
save
beds on
money
the top
too.
bunk. You know, I should invent that to have like
Do
a
you
board
think we
attached
could
on
have
the side.
one session where we don't talk over each other?
No. I'm serious though. I tell you.
You tell me what?
I just told you.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Okay.
I don't know what this is.
Well,
All right, we'll go back to some music and then come back talk about either nonsense or some pre-planned thing that we've just figured out a few minutes
or
ago.
both, because that's what defines us here at R&B Radio Show.
I don't know. Should I continue with my let's continue with this. I had an autumn playlist which I really did enjoy, but then there was October 2017 playlist. I like it. It has indie pop
Ooh,
and
worlds
folk.
collide.
That's where I am. Indie pop folk. I'm going to just put the bar right in the middle. Don't know what song I'm going to get. Ooh, I like it already. This is Whatever It Is You Do.
English, Rita's favorite.
How does it feel like being silenced by a waterfall of your faults? My deceptions are uncomfortable and vain. The tide brings change, but things are always the same. The earth shifts Does it feel like being silenced by a waterfall of your faults? My deceptions are uncomfortable and vague. The tide brings change, but things are always the same.
Learning comes later, savor the sorrow. If these moments fade, or just something borrowed. And certainly, yearning for greater, I long for tomorrow. Stuck in a state of clinging to fouls. They're tempting me to see this through no eyes, sun in a high rise. There's a reason why it's alive. Can feel like there's counterclockwise, but time makes new allies. It can ease their minds. Whoa, and let things fall behind. So take it as a sign. You have both found what you were looking to find. Oh, don't let it all tonight. Know that you were still made to feel alive. Learning comes later, savor the sorrow. These moments fatal, trusting to hero. Yet I believe the cities in your skies, the streets have all realized there's a reason why it's alive. Feelings intertwined. For a reprise of solid with more lines, alterations and one's a course to bind. Oh, I'm saying that you feel it again when you're hanging on while you're letting go. To hold no face it. I'm saying that you still doesn't bend when you're hanging on while you're letting go. I'm sure why it's real. I'm saying that this isn't the end when you're hanging on while you're letting go. Take it as a sign. It is the start of every wandering heart and mind. Say it's over, call it a colder. I'm never calling, you're never calling. Don't say it's over, don't say that's all we've got. It is the part of every two colors combined. Don't say it's over, call it a colder. I'm never calling, you're never calling. Don't say it's over, don't say that's all we've got. Don't say it's over, call it a colder. I'm never calling, you're never calling. Don't say it's over, don't say that's all we've got.
Cold Weather Company, the song Clover. I really like that one. I might just add it to my Spotify list. So we are going to sign off because, as you know, R&B Radio show is over once the clock strikes 6:30, and we're gonna do our last song, and it's gonna be the Cranberries' Zombie, of course, because I love that one. Gotta play it. So we will be back next Monday with a special guest. Maybe, maybe not. You just have to tune in and find out. And stay tuned as always and listen to us whenever you can. Our recording sessions, we'll email that out to you, and we'll give you any other notification through email or text if you want to know what's coming up next. So thanks for tuning in, guys.
Have a great week.
Yeah, enjoy the rest. And toodle pip.